Hello, tarot fans. It's Samantha with Dreaming Angel, and I wanted to create a quick video to show you how the Star Tarot turned out after being trimmed. And I have to say that I'm very pleased. I quite like it. Um, so let me show you what it's all about. So it turned out pretty small, a little smaller than a standard tarot deck. And it fits inside of a 4x5 organza bag quite nicely. And I like that because I like to keep my decks in the organza bags. Size comparison, before and after. You can see that trimmed down you lose quite a bit of card. I mean, that's almost half the card gone, really. But I do like it small. I have small hands and it makes it nice to shuffle. Let's do a comparison of the front. So here's a before and after of the front. And losing that distracting border, I think, is just what this deck needed. Let's see, let's look at another one. Another side-by-side comparison. So you have this big blue border over here, and then on the left, and this gorgeous piece of artwork with no distracting border, and I love it. So, like I said, it's a lot easier to shuffle. I have small hands. I can do hand over hand, and I can even do a side shuffle, which is not something that I can normally do with a tarot deck. So I really like that. Bear in mind, if you're going to trim a deck, it's not going to come out perfectly even, not like it does from the printer. So that's something to keep in mind if you've never trimmed one before. But guys, it's beautiful. I couldn't have asked for it to turn out better than this. Now all you see is a lovely artwork. There's nothing getting in the way. And I kind of like not having the keywords and the numbers on the cards. I don't have another deck like that, so I believe I'm going to enjoy this very much because they're very easy to recognize, no problem there. I gave myself a little test to see if I could recognize them all, and of course it was just a no-brainer. So I absolutely love that. And I'll say something else about shuffling them. The type of lamination that's on them kind of makes them stick together in the larger size. Now the smaller size, it kind of improved, I don't know, what would you say, the slide of them. They don't, I guess there's not as much surface area to create a static cling, so they do slide a lot easier. So, and I do like that. So even if I only had one copy of this deck, I would trim it. So that's my take on it. So let me show you the tools that I used. So if you're a scrapbooker, then you're already familiar with a straight edge trimmer, and you know how to use this. They're pretty accessible. You can find them at the craft store. If you don't have a craft store where you live, they're available at the discount department store, and these are only about $10. So the great thing about having them, using these rather than scissors, is you have a guide. You can keep it perfectly, at 90 degrees so that you can make a straight cut, and there's a little guide here. So yeah, and the way that the borders are set up in the Star Tarot made it really easy to trim. And the other tool that I used is, I guess this is called a corner trimmer. And you can also get this at the craft store or at the discount department store. I think this one has an L for large, so that's the size that I used. And then of course, once you make your straight cuts, you're going to have a little pointy edge, and then you just line it up and make your rounded corners. So yeah, definitely recommend using the tools rather than scissors. But yeah, if you have the Star Tarot deck, I definitely do recommend trimming it up, because it turned out lovely. They're more portable, easier to store and to shuffle. So yeah, so there it is, guys. I hope that was helpful. I hoped it helped you make the decision on whether or not you were going to trim your copy. And I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am, because I'm just falling more and more in love with this deck each day. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.